Okay, everyone, don't bank on buyback. Still pursue it, try to get it, apply for it when you qualify, but don't just stay in save forbearance depending on that program to be available for you and to buy back your loans. It may be there. It hasn't been canceled yet. There's been no indication that the current administration is going to cancel it. And possibly, even if it was canceled, the next administration, who knows, might restore it. However, for those of you who are already close to 120 payments, remember that if you switch to an IBR plan right now, your buyback's going to be based on approximately that payment anyways, because it's been 12 months. And you might as well pay it. And for every month you pay in the IBR plan, or whichever plan pay as you earn, that is paid in real time in that program will count towards your forgiveness total and also will reduce the amount that you have to buy back, right? Additionally, you may get a couple months of, or at least 1 month of processing forbearance. So the save injunction forbearance doesn't count, but the processing forbearance to move you to a different plan does count for up to 2 months or 60 days. So why not take advantage of that free month or two and then get into IBR and making payments based off of your income that count towards PSLF now that you don't have to buy back. And buyback's going to take so long to process. Even if they do start to process it, you'll probably get to the end of your 120 anyways while you're waiting for buyback to be approved, even if it does get approved. So there's no real reason not to switch plans if you're pursuing the buyback. Of course, there may be other reasons that you don't want to switch out of the save injunction. Those can be, on a case-by-case individual basis, you can determine that. However, as far as buyback goes, just don't rely on it. And again, remember to get buyback, the buyback months or the months that you're buying back have to bring your account total to 120 before you even qualify for buyback. So the way the process goes, for those who don't know, is you first have to get to 120 months with buyback. Then you have to submit another employment certification form to make sure you get credit through the present date. And then once that employment certification is processed, then you submit the buyback request through the reconsideration tool on studentaid.gov. Once you've done that, then you'll get a notice saying that they have a case number for you, and hopefully eventually they'll approve it, and then you'll actually get a notice saying how much you need to pay it, and then they'll bring your total to 120. And then when you're at 120, you'll be in the queue for forgiveness. And that process can take 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So if you only have 7 or 8 or 9 payments left or less in the public service loan forgiveness program, you might as well get started on it. And just by making payments, you might actually get to 120 before the buyback actually brings you there. So again, for those of you who are scheduled to use buyback in the future, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years from now, 8 years, 9 years, then there's no concern for that right now. Again, I would still make the switch if it's right for you, if you can afford the payment. Again, that is a very specific assessment to determine that. But if you're going to switch over, then you can start making qualified payments now. If you're going to stay and save, you can worry about buyback later. If it's there, it's not. But either way, I wouldn't bank on it. Don't rely on it because it could go away. If Trump, wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. So don't bank on buyback.